Hello, my name's Councillor Dr. Matt Lamb and I'm the Mayor of Worcester.
Seems to be quite spooky, seems to be quite ghost. So is there any kind of story you want to share here? Anything you've seen in this room? Anything move?
Here in the Guildhall there is some cells, but there are apparently some sort of ghostly sort of goings on there.
So do you want to introduce yourself and kind of who you are?
Hello, my name's Councillor Dr. Matt Lamb and I'm the Mayor of Worcester. So hello.
Brilliant. So what got you involved in being mayor and also the kind of film festival as well?
Yeah, I mean, being mayor, I've lived in Worcester for 25 years and the role of mayor is the kind of most senior citizen in the city. And I love this city. It's just such a wonderful place. And I've been a councillor for 15 years. And, you know, being mayor is an opportunity to sort of welcome people to the city as we've been doing today, be an ambassador for the city, raise money for very worthy charities, and also sort of represent the city and stand up and talk about its history and sort of ensure that its history carries on, because we've got 2,000 years of history in this city, and obviously part of the role of the mayor is to sort of uphold that and kind of sell it, if you like. So yeah, it's a great honour being Mayor of Worcester. And I'm sorry, you asked me about the film festival. Yeah, the film festival, I mean, I love films. I'm a real cinephile, so anything involvement in films is great. Last year, I got involved because I was deputy mayor last year and the mayor couldn't make it, so I, for example, went to the closing ceremony with Stanley, you know, which we had at the Swan Theatre, and that was absolutely great. So bringing films to Worcester is absolutely wonderful, and bringing people from across the world to Worcester is brilliant, because obviously it gives people the opportunity to see the city whilst also giving us the opportunity to see some amazing films.
Do you have a favourite part of the festival? It's obviously 3 days.
Yeah.
So is there anything that's been doing last year that's being done this year?
Yeah, I mean, I always like the awards on the last day. So obviously there are lots of categories for awards, and sort of handing out awards to innovative filmmakers at the end of the weekend is great, to meet some people and hear what they've done. And I did catch some films last year. And of course, the highlight, I have to mention this, the highlight of this year's films is going to be, I've got a little cameo role in the in Ambient Nemesis, which is going to be the film that's going to be closing the festival. So I wouldn't say I was looking forward to it, because I can imagine I'm not going to be very good. But anyway, it's going to be interesting if nothing else.
Perfect. Brilliant to hear that. In terms of the building, obviously you've given the tour.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of bits of history perhaps that are certain theories? Obviously the sword was missing.
There was indeed.
Do you have any idea where it could be, or any other part of the building?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, what's great about this building is it tells the story not only of Worcester as a city, but also Britain as a country. You know, you can really follow the development of democracy, the development of the economy, the development of, you know, our political system, and the diversity of our city. You know, Worcester's a very diverse city now. So each object sort of tells a separate little story about the city, actually. So I love all these items, you know, and the sword vanishing in the battles and Henry Clifton as mayor are these little stories that help bring it to life, to be honest with you. It's one of my favourite bits of the job is doing tours, actually. So, yeah.
So we've chatted to a couple of the filmmakers already. Seems to be a theme, seems to be quite spooky, seems to be quite ghost. So is there any kind of story you want to share here? Anything you've seen in this room? Anything move?
I haven't. That's a good question. It's interesting because I used to work in education. I was principal of a sixth form college, and our students used to do the Gothic novel, actually. And one of the things they would do, because they used to have to do a piece of sort of creative writing, is we would take them to Worcester Cathedral, because it's a very Gothic cathedral, lots of dark spaces. And apparently here in the Guildhall there is some cells. So below the courtroom, which is on the other side of the building, there are some cells which you can go into, where people were held prior to trial, prior to execution, prior to being transported to Australia. And apparently there are some sort of, I've not seen it myself, but there are apparently some sort of ghostly sort of goings on there. And they do a sort of Worcester ghost trail as well and tour as well. So clearly there's things to see here in such an old city.
Yes, in fact we were even here in the Guildhall. We weren't on these floors, we were underneath it.
Oh, right, okay.
So we were kind of looking through all the spooky.
Oh, you were in the cells?
Things.
Yeah,
yes, we were in the cells.
Those are great. Yeah, exactly.
So we managed to chat to Gavin. Did the tour.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yes, yeah, because he tells the story of one of the people who was locked up down there. She was transported to Australia, and she made her fortune, didn't she? She made money. I think she was the cook to the governor of New South Wales, something along those lines, and she came back a very wealthy woman. So it was possible to be. I mean, in those days, of course, people could be transported or executed for very minor crimes, stealing a loaf of bread. It was those days, but it was great that she went away. And we had one of her relatives here, he probably told you, not long, it was like her great-great-great-great-granddaughter came and reopened when the cells were reopened as a kind of more of a tourist thing. So yeah, so it's all that history, it's fascinating.
We will have a look at that and we'll have an investigation on that. I think the only thing left to do then is just to take a photo with these.